I didn't become mentally strong because I was fearless. I became strong because I got tired of watching weaker parts of myself take control. I'm 48 now. I spent over 2 decades in the infantry, desert deployments, mountain outposts, long rotations where sleep was a privilege and comfort felt like a rumor. Back then, I didn't think about mental toughness. I thought about getting through the next patrol, the next briefing, the next night without mistakes. But looking back, there were habits the military carved into me. 5 of them. They made me unbreakable in ways I didn't understand at the time. The first one was simple: do the hardest thing first. In training, the day always started before the sun. Cold air, boots hitting gravel, instructors already waiting. The first task was never easy. It was designed to hurt. Long runs with weight, drills that exposed weaknesses, corrections delivered without softness. I used to dread that first hour. I'd lie awake before reveille, heart already racing, negotiating with myself. Maybe today won't be so bad. Maybe they'll ease up. They never did. Eventually, something shifted. I stopped negotiating. I learned that the fastest way through pain was straight into it. No delay, no mental bargaining. Years later, even as a civilian, I still attack the worst task of the day first. The difficult call, the uncomfortable conversation, the work I want to postpone, because I know something most people don't. Avoidance doesn't reduce pain, it stretches it. The second habit was emotional control. There was a night overseas when everything felt unstable. Radio chatter sharp. Movements in the dark that didn't make sense. I remember looking at the younger guys in my squad. They were reading my face more than the situation. That's when I understood something heavy. Panic is contagious. So is calm. Inside, I felt the surge, the adrenaline, the urge to react fast, but I slowed my breathing, lowered my voice, gave clear instructions. Nothing catastrophic happened that night, but I saw how close fear can spread if you give it permission. Mental strength isn't about not feeling fear. It's about deciding which emotion gets to lead. The third habit was ruthless ownership. Early in my career, I made a planning mistake. Nothing dramatic, but it created unnecessary stress for my team. When my superior asked what happened, I had options. I could shift blame bad information, blame timing. Instead, I said, "That's on me." It wasn't noble. It was uncomfortable. My stomach tightened when I said it, but something unexpected happened. My team didn't lose respect. They trusted me more. In the military, excuses don't protect you. They expose you. That habit followed me home, in business, in family. When something goes wrong, my first instinct isn't to defend myself. It's to ask, what part of this is mine? Ownership is heavy, but it builds a kind of internal solidity you can't fake. The fourth habit was extreme preparation. People think confidence is a personality trait. It isn't. It's preparation in disguise. Before operations, we rehearsed everything: routes, signals, contingencies, again and again. It felt repetitive, sometimes unnecessary. But when pressure hit, there was no scramble, no chaos, just execution. The mind panics when it feels unprepared. That's something the military drilled into me. If you want calm under pressure, earn it beforehand. Today, when I walk into a meeting or step into something unfamiliar, I prepare more than most people think is necessary. Not because I'm anxious, because I understand that preparation is quiet insurance against mental collapse. The fifth habit was detachment from comfort. Comfort is addictive. The military doesn't allow much of it. Heat, cold, long hours, hunger, discomfort becomes normal. At first, I resented it. I missed ease, soft beds, slow mornings. But over time, something changed. I stopped seeing discomfort as a signal that something was wrong. It became background noise. That rewired me. Most people break when conditions aren't ideal, when things feel unfair, when convenience disappears. I learned that strength grows in environments that don't care about your preferences. And here's the part I didn't expect. These habits didn't just make me effective in uniform, they changed how I move through life. When business slowed, I didn't panic. I prepared. When relationships got hard, I didn't run. I leaned into the uncomfortable conversations first. When I failed, I didn't collapse into excuses. I owned it, but I also learned something else. Mental strength isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't post quotes about resilience. It's built in early mornings when no one is watching. It's built when you answer the hard email instead of scrolling. It's built when you admit you were wrong. It's built when you prepare quietly while others rely on hope. At 48, I don't train for deployments anymore, but those habits never left. And I'm grateful for that, because life doesn't stop testing you just because you hang up the uniform. The battlefield changes, the stakes look different, but pressure is still pressure. If there's one truth I've learned, it's this: mental toughness isn't something you're born with. It's something you build by repeatedly choosing discomfort over avoidance. Most people are waiting to feel ready. I stopped waiting a long time ago, and that made all the difference.